Hey, this is John Chen. I'm the CEO with Geoteaming, and we're here at beautiful Sleeping Lady Resort with David Chihuly, icicle sculpture in the background. We're about to run another team building event. But I'm excited to share in this Geoteaming Huddle the fact that we got a chance to present at Learnapalooza. Randy, what was Learnapalooza like?
Well, thank you, John. What a great event. we had the opportunity to showcase our new digital escape room, where we actually go for emotion and heart, and you did such a great job of putting the story of my son Mark and I together into that escape room.
It's really incredible. What we really trying to talk in this episode is talking about vulnerability and heart, and using vulnerability and heart to really build your team. And so what we did was that we took the story of Randy's son, Mark, which he's going to tell you about in just a minute, and we took real aspects from it, turned it into the story so that it was an escape room, and every single person, over 100 people from Boeing and Expedia, got a chance to experience a portion of this story and see what it was really like to live through it.
John, you know the story. At age 12, my son had a seizure in a tent while we were camping, and emergency surgery to save his life. We were told that he was only going to live 2 years. And quite frankly, I was scared shitless. I
bet you were.
I was, and we didn't know what to do. And immediately, my team came together. People that I worked with before, my family, people that I was going to work for, friends. They all came together to lift us up and to help us come up with solutions, ideas. Nobody was afraid of coming with up ideas and weird ideas.
Yeah.
And you know the results. My son's 30. We actually introduced him at Learnapalooza.
And the key part of this is that people live through parts of the story, such as Randy was saying, I need the best team. I need to find the best care. So he goes to the Time magazine, looks for the top 100 children's doctors, finds a guy named Ellenbogen and calls him up, and he picks up the phone. In the digital escape room, everyone has to find out Dr. Ellenbogen's real phone number, and that's one of the parts that unlocks that mission, right? Randy, talk about what it's like during that time, what you had to do to build a team, because I don't think you could have solved this problem on your own.
No way. I mean, I felt so stupid, so out of control. And, it's like you say, John, you build your team way before you need it.
Yeah.
So Jeffrey Bierniffel, the guy that I'd worked for and left his company, he came back and said, Randy, I'll put you anywhere you need to be, take care of your son, and then come back and take care of us. He
gave you a job but said, don't work until you take care of Mark.
Yes.
Wow.
And anywhere in the world, whatever I needed to do. Those were the kind of people that lifted us up.
Yeah.
David Allen, that put together a group and a people. We played a poker game that ended up with our lawyer, the executor for my will if something happened to me, the people that promised to take care of Mark and watch over him, and the people that helped him through his hardest times. And they were all there every month together. It was just an amazing experience. And we were able to share some of this experience at Learnapalooza.
This is the key. While there's a lot of really cool technology, everyone's playing this digital escape room on their phone. What Randy really did is brings his vulnerability and his heart. Every time he still tells a story, it's been years, he still breaks down a little bit, and showing that little bit of vulnerability, of being scared, of not knowing what to do. And we actually I did a poll in the room. How many people are affected by 1 degree by cancer?
Everybody.
100%.
Everybody.
This was a story that people could relate to, and the theme was about being a superhero. And it was really cool. We've been tinkering with the design. This time 100% of the people saved Mark's life.
They did. And it's about teams. Everyone in there has a team. Everyone has their monsters that they fight with.
Yeah.
Everybody does that. John, I tell this story a million times, and everybody's heard the story of footsteps in the sand.
Yeah.
And the guy, he's walking with his God, and there's 2 footsteps, and then all of a sudden there's just one. He says, what's going on? That's where I carried you.
Yeah.
I turn around in our I hate this. I turn around in our deepest, darkest holes, and we hit some dark holes. There were 4 times I didn't think Mark was going to come out of this.
No, I remember reading about him.
And there's an army of footsteps in the sand where our team picked us up and carried us. Those are the team members, and those are the people that I worked with. Those are the people that I lived with. Those are the people that didn't know me that all of a sudden just came out of the woodwork. But those are the people that actually later on helped us restructure American Cancer Society to reach 8,000 people instead of 800
in a year.
In a year. Those are the people that helped us gain money for research, to double the size of Camp Good Times, to do the different things in our organization and their organizations and just roles to make a difference in life through teamwork.
You know, the best part around this is because we're here in Seattle, after doing this whole story, Randy's able to tell the part and saying, you know, this story has a real ending. And he introduces his son, Mark. And Mark comes in and is able to tell two key things. The doctors last year told him he was cured. And the second thing he tells them is that he graduated with a master's in education, and he's going for more degrees, and he's going to use it to help other kids in there. And that's what I think really got people. They got the vulnerability and the heart, and we were able to bring this story to life. And we got something that was very, very special. We got the only standing ovation at this Learn-a-Palooza, where disruption and innovation, some of the top speakers in Seattle were at.
And a flood of interest. People that have reached out to me, I think reach out to you, that are interested in what we know about teams and how we build these teams, and how to add heart into team dynamics and team development. Yeah,
so, you know, there's some different ways. Like, we want to try and give something back to the audience who's listening. What are a couple different ways that you and I know that we can inspire people to build teams with vulnerability and heart?
You know, Tom, you know, John, you talk about the 5 dysfunctions of the team.
Yeah.
You talk about team leaders sharing, or the book talks about team leaders and sharing something from their childhood.
Yeah.
Something that was difficult and a tough time in their childhood. I invite you to do that. I invite the people who listen to this to think about something that's very special to them.
Yeah.
Maybe they haven't shared it with anyone else, and share it with their team.
This is one of the top exercises from the book 5 Dysfunctions of a Team to help build trust, right? And so in one example they gave inside the book is that there was a CFO who micromanaged everything, and everyone really disliked working with this person because he was down to every penny. And they did this exercise. It only takes 20 minutes, right? And it doesn't have to be deep. You don't have to overshare, but just something simple. And so the CFO goes and shares, you know, I grew up broke when I was young. And so I vowed to never be broke again. And so that's why I'm so tight with the money. And everybody in the group completely changed their view, and now they understood why he was such a penny pincher with that. And because he used that vulnerability, everyone shifted their approach and they found new ways to work. They had a breakthrough.
Yeah. I think the message here, John, build teams with heart, with vulnerability, with trust, with feeling, and with purpose. And if you do those, the rest just comes together.
Well, that's cool. Well, we're going to sign off here from Sleeping Lady, and we're going to go into Portland next, so we'll see our next Geoteaming Huddle from Portland. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, John.